Before I let y'all enjoy this video, I would like to remind everyone that we are hiring a video producer here at MassEffectFollower. If you have a knack with editing and producing videos and are a huge fan of lore and the Mass Effect universe, go and apply using the link in the description down below. Arguably, the most important part of a game is the beginning. The beginning is meant to get the player's attention, invest them into the game, and make them want more. The developers working on Mass Effect Andromeda are probably working on making sure that the beginning is the biggest and best that we've had in the series, and I have a theory on what that intro will be. Each Mass Effect game has had a fantastic intro that grabs the player's attention. The first game shows you the betrayal of Saren and the conduit affecting Shepard. The second game starts with the Normandy being blown up and Shepard being launched into space, dying. The third game opens with the Reapers landing on Earth and destroying it as Shepard leaves the Earth seeing nothing but destruction around him. I am pretty sure that Andromeda is not going to open up with some huge, life-threatening event going on, filling us with a sense of danger and excitement. Instead, I think that Andromeda is going to open up with a sense of wonder and adventure as we get ready for the journey to Andromeda. Here is my idea on one of the possible ways that the game could begin. The game starts with the player creating the character, picking your rider, customizing him or her, and then picking your class. Nothing too special there, but on a quick note, I do imagine that the customization is going to be amazing. I imagine it will be on par, if not better, than the customization features available in Fallout 4. The opening of the game will take place on Earth between the events of Mass Effect 2 and 3, and this will be the only mission you will see in the Milky Way galaxy. The game will open up with an action sequence as you fight off enemies and are taught the controls to the game. You reach your final objective and suddenly everything will dissolve. You hear clapping and Ryder asks, "How did I do?" The player is then aware that they were in a simulation. Admiral Hackett explains that Ryder did very well and has very much impressed the Council. As you leave the simulation room with Hackett, he explains that the Council has a very special mission for you, that they want to send you to Andromeda in an attempt to start colonization in the galaxy. You agree and then are told to report to Udina. As you walk through the area that you are in, you see kids running around playing, you see beautiful landscapes outside of the window, and you hear people talking about the possibility of a Reaper invasion. You reach Udina's office and are then brought into a dialogue about how you will approach your attempts of colonizing and exploring the Andromeda galaxy. And with this being a BioWare game, all of your choices will affect the story. Once that is over, the scene fast forwards and you see your rider saying goodbye to his or her family, hugging his or her parents and saying goodbye to his sister or her brother, which will be shown as the default rider depending on which gender you chose. We are shown Ryder boarding a shuttle. We see it take off and go into space. During this moment, we see the amazing scene that we saw at the end of the EA Play trailer. We are then brought into a dialogue with some of the other crew members that will become our squad mates and loyal companions. As we get to know them better, the shuttle finally reaches the Ark. The crew enters cryosleep and we see Ryder walking towards the one in the middle of the room, as that is the one that we see her get out of in the EA Play trailer. Ryder lays down. Slowly, the cryo machine closes as the screen pans outside, showing the arcs powering up and then launching themselves into deep space. The screen fades to black and the words Mass Effect Andromeda appear. Now, there are a few reasons why I think this is how it will happen. The first is the time setting. I believe the beginning part will take place before the events of Mass Effect 3, as the developers have said that the Mass Effect 3 ending is not going to be acknowledged in the game. A simple way to do that would be to not have the ending take place during the start of the game. Though after the launch of the Ark and the multiple years of cryosleep, I am 100% certain that the Andromeda part of the game takes place well after the events of Mass Effect 3, but that we will be so far away from the Milky Way galaxy that the ending won't affect the game at all. The reason behind it taking place after Mass Effect 2 is that Earth doesn't look too bad in the trailer. I mean, look at it. It looks beautiful, and missing any long-lasting or maybe even permanent damage due to about 100 Reapers dropping in to say hello. That and the fact that a human is leading the expedition. During the events of Mass Effect 1, you can clearly tell that humans are not well liked, and many, including other humans, find it surprising that the Normandy have many races on it and not just humans. In Mass Effect 2, more of the other races seem accepting of humans, but still seem to give them a dirty look. By the end of Mass Effect 2, other races have finally acknowledged that humans deserve respect. This would explain why the council, ambassadors of the races, and the general public would have been fine with a human leading the expedition to explore and attempt to colonize an entire new galaxy. Another reasoning I have for this is that the N7-Day trailer voiceover by Commander Shepard seemed like a message to Ryder more than it did a message for the player. I felt that it was more of a motivational speech said to someone before they go on a very dangerous mission. A key note to take is at the end of the trailer, Commander Shepard says, "We will say goodbye, and you will look back one last time." Sure, this could be taken as seeing the Milky Way for the last time, but personally, I feel like it is meant as in seeing Earth for the last time. That topic brings me to the last reasoning as to why I think this is how the intro will play out. Earth is very important to humanity, obviously. It is where we live and the planet that we call home. It is also much more relatable to us than any other planet in the Milky Way. Seeing Earth moving around and interacting with the world one last time before you say goodbye to it forever would be a very powerful intro to the game. Players would be able to relate to the emotions that Ryder would portray on saying goodbye to Earth for the last time, as we would get an understanding of permanently saying goodbye to what we call home. So this is my theory on how the game will open and why. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you have a theory of your own? Let us know in the comments down below, and while you are there, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.